Hey, did I figure it out? Hey, I may have figured it out. I may have figured it out. Let's see if we have any glitches or anything. $720's all right. So what my issue was is the OBS iPhone camera app that connects via cable right here. On the iPhone app, I had a bit rate of 20,000 selected, and on the computer, I had 6,000. I don't see it glitching no more. Way to go. Way to go. Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Look at that. Look at that. It's still not freezing. If you're watching, I'm literally just sitting here seeing if this thing is going to freeze on me. And see if I'm going to have any glitches. But so far, it looks like I solved the issue, which is very exciting. And with this new setup, it utilizes iPhone wide angle, so I could do this angle, I could do it close up with the other camera. So very, very cool. I think we're gonna be all good now. Howdy, Ben. We got Wheels. How's it going, Wheels? Actually, let's pull it up here. YouTube. Beginner Rebinder. Good to have you, man. Good for you. Today I had a, what was that? 1 3/8? Yeah, I think so. Today I had a meeting at the church talking about youth ministry. 1 3 5/16, 5/16. And I'm gonna be taking over my 8 1/4. I'm going to be taking over Sunday school with the youth. So Sunday youth class is what I'm going to be now running and be head of. And then they got me on the preaching schedule. Talked about worship, that my wife is over and she's killing it. Because we are building everything from scratch. 3 light green ribbons. Do I have light green? Headbands white. Do I have light green? Throw on some Beresford ribbons for the brother. Inch and 5/16. 1 3 5/16. Beautiful. 1 3 5/16. Practicing with old paperback books using fake leather. That's awesome, man. It's kind of hard to use fake leather because it doesn't like to bond real well. So hopefully you found some stuff that does some good bonding. what was it, 8 1/4? Around there. Pretty sure. Beautiful thing. Take some packaging paper and 8 1/4. Say around there. So I'm just doing a little test run with the camera here in my old computer. So just trying to see if we're going to run into any issues here. But we're going to do the spine reinforcement. So we got our book cloth. We got our headbands. We got our spine finish stuff, and we got our 3 ribbons, which is kind of odd. No, we're doing green, so that makes sense. Thought we were doing blue. We were doing green. Apply a little bit of glue. Let that sit for just a second. Let me know if you are on board. Let me know who's on here watching. Would love to hear from you. Oh, I can turn this off. So we're going to do our ribbons down first. And I only do the ends because that's what's important right now. I don't want to overload this thing with too much glue. It'll make it way too stiff. So I use as little as possible. And I don't want it to start drying on me. So now that I got the ribbons on, I'm going to apply just enough glue here so that my book cloth will stick. Look at that. How's the autofocus? Look at that. Beautiful. See, I was even having trouble with my autofocus when I was going live straight from camera. So I'm glad it's working now. All right. So again, I'm going to do the top and bottom again. Get our headbands. And for the top one, I like to put a little, just to get it going so it doesn't have to soak up as much. Just put a little bit of glue Beautiful thing. Now, I'm going to do another layer. Real light. See, I'm trying to be as light as possible. Because once you're all said and done, you do put 2 layers already on this spine. Made from brown paper bags. Something I saw on YouTube. Interesting. Very interesting. Look at that. No glitches. And we're like, what, 30 minutes in? Awesome. Super awesome. All right. We got this spine done for an edge line binding. And also during the church meeting, we discussed how I want to get back to holding outreaches. So the church wants to help me in any way possible for me to hold outreaches. So that is also exciting. Black cowhide. Doo-doo-doo. Is that raised? Trying to see if I did raised hubs on a Bible rebind because somebody wants an exact replica that I did. Yeah, I did raised. Awesome. Good old black cowhide. All right. And we're doing regular yap. Eleven 7/8. Regular yap. 5/16 yap. 1/4 inch fold. 11 7/8. 5/16. 1/4 inch. I'll give it a 30-second more if I'm doing raised hubs. I'll give it a 64th more if I'm doing tooled. All right. But that's only for the sides. The top and bottom, I keep exact. I keep the number exactly what I want. So 7 and 11/16, 15, 13, 11. Quarter-inch. Quarter plus a little bit. 7 and 11, 15, 13, 11. Cut away from the line. Where's my knife? So I'm doing both sides. So see if I could switch the camera, wide angle, bam. Man, I wish I could. So I'll add the 16th. So I want a regular yap. I'll add that 16th mark, the small dashy, to the sides. And then on the top and bottom, I do in between, so the 32nd. But with raised hubs, so that's what I was trying to say. If I was doing tooled hubs, I would just do a 1/4 inch plus a 32nd, and then on the top and bottom, I would just do the standard 1/4 inch. So I add a 16th on each side. I'll add a 16th on this side and on this side. Never add anything to the top and bottom, because those will always stay the same. But sometimes I don't even add a 16th or a 32nd. It's just this cowhide's a little bit thicker. It's a hair thicker. So sometimes I just get away with exact numbers. But you gotta have some precision measuring going on. Kind of complicated, but the only way to figure all this stuff out is to keep doing it. I wish I could just give a straight answer sometimes. But if you want to have just a general thing you start doing, just start adding a 16th to the sides only. And then just see what happens. And you'll start to learn what the different variables are. But if you don't measure with your tailor's tape right, you gotta this is what you gotta get right. If you don't get that right, you're screwed. So cowhide's always hard to mark on. All right, before I do anything, get my liner here. 12, 1, 3, 5, 12 and 7. 5, 8, 3/16. Yep. Add an 1/8 to each side. See, that's a lot. I never add an 1/8. If I added an 1/8, that'd have like extreme overhang. But if it's working for you, see, it just depends on like how tight you install the cover to the spine, how thick the liner is, how flexible the liner is, how good your measurements are. 11 7/8, 5 1/2. So 5 and 15 should be it. Yep. And then how thick? 1 1/8. So 1/2 inch 16th, 1/2 inch 16th. 5 and 15. 1/2 inch 16, 1/2 inch 16. Look at that. How long have we gone? How long have we gone? This is awesome. How long's this broadcast been? Let's say. Yeah, 35 minutes, no issues. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Come on, cowhide. I hate marking cowhide, man. I shouldn't be out yet. Oh. Beautiful. All right, now we're going to get to skiving. See, you guys are in my way. So you're going to look at the back of my head for a second. See, I wish, I'm thinking about looking into those Ray-Ban Metas, those glasses. I might one day grab those, because then you could be hooked up to my eyeballs. And then you could literally see everything I'm looking at. Wouldn't that be just the coolest perspective? That you don't have to look at the back of my head. You be hooked up to my face. So maybe one day. Get yourself some juice. Now we could do some skiving. Cool cut of cowhide, man. I should really watch a class on how to sharpen a knife. I never have, and I'm always just winging this here. No idea what I'm doing. Even after all these years, still just no idea. I'm getting a bald spot? Oh no. I'll have to go back on the feed. Thanks for the encouragement there. All right, see if we got it sharp enough. Nope. I probably am balding. I got 2 kids. I haven't slept good in 4 years. All right. Let's see if we did it. This cowhide's just tough to skive in general. Super tough to skive. Man, I wish it wasn't like that. Because then I'm going to have issues. Man, this is hard. See, not all leather's easy. Not all leather's easy to skive. If you're having trouble skiving, don't beat yourself up. But one trick is you want to push down. You want to push down super hard. You want to keep this leather not buckling. And you push down, you push down super hard, and then you rotate. You don't do this. You push down, you rotate, you readjust. So you literally go like this. Push down, push, dun, push, dun, push. So watch like my hand movement as I do that. So I'm pushing down as I'm rotating my hand. All right, beautiful. I really wish this was skiving better. It's scaring me. It is scaring me, but this cowhide's not stretching at all, so that's a plus. No. All right. This cowhide is terrible. Ugh. Back to the skive. Now in here, if I feel it, I'll just keep I'll just ride it all the way down. And putting tons of pressure. Tons of pressure, making sure the blade is torqued like this and not like that. I'm over exaggerating the motion, but like, man, I don't know how to. I'm keeping pressure on this side naturally, but on purpose because I want this biting and this not digging into the leather. And those crucial points, I do the rotator cuff. Beautiful. Beautiful. Super hard leather to skive. This is not easy. Again, the critical parts, I just rotate. One more. Kind of stretchy right here. Then, yep, good. All right, we did not ruin it. It stretched a little bit, but not bad, not bad. All right, y'all, we did it. Thanks for joining the practice live broadcast, and it looks like we are smooth sailing. So I will see y'all tomorrow at 10 a.m. Peace.